The purpose of this press conference was to thank His Excellency the President to have given Kenyans a way forward in a directive manner, and to have sealed Nairobi, Mombasa, Kilifi, and Kwale counties. This will have to help Kenyans, and this is where we have a problem with this virus, to make sure that we don't distribute this virus almost to everybody. And in those countries where they have succeeded, like what happened in China, one was cut off from the rest of China. And you can imagine places like Sichuan province in Chengdu, where we have thousands and thousands of people, it didn't affect anybody. In Shanghai, it did not go up to Shanghai or Guangzhou or in Beijing because of cutting off where this problem was in Wuhan to the rest of China. And that is why we had few deaths in China, more than what is happening in Europe. And I would appeal to Kenyans, particularly the Ministry of Internal Security, where we have two senior gentlemen led by Honorable Matiang and Kibicho and Mutiambai, to make sure that Matatu don't drop people on roadblocks and then people are asked to walk in the open glaring eyes of the security officers. If it is a total ban that people should not leave Nairobi, it should be a total ban. This will help Nairobians, and this will help the medic people to address this issue of this serious coronavirus. But if we play, we relax, I don't want after this to have nobody to lead in labor movement. And workers must be protected. To be protected, government must be serious. And the other thing, the police who are enforcing this can only be warned. But to say you will discipline by interdicting them on what they are doing to enforce such a presidential directive, it will instill fear in other police officers who are geared towards assisting the government and the president to see that his directives are implemented. Police need to be encouraged. Police need support, just as our medics need our support and protection. So police must be protected, and police should not be left after a certain incident has happened, and then a lot of them are interdicted. You can only interdict an officer who might have used a gun or something to kill somebody, but not the one who was instilling discipline into Kenyans. So we want police to be given authority, express authority, to implement presidential directive, so that the Matatu don't drop people on the roadblocks and people walk across in the other places. That will render the presidential directive to nothing. So we are appealing to the Inspector General, and we are appealing to the Internal Security Ministry to make sure that the presidential directive is implemented to the latter. I want to thank also the new Cabinet Secretary for Health, Mutahi Kagwe. He's doing a commendable job. He requires our support. And more so, the people who are involved in providing medical care to those who have already tested positive. These are our nurses, these are our doctors, these are our cleaners in these hospitals, those who are providing food to these patients, and these are our members. And I want to thank them for the commendable job they are doing, and appeal to government to give them protective gears to make sure that they are properly protected and properly eventually compensated. And if possible, they have anything we can lay on our fingers, we must make sure that they are properly insured. They have children, they have wives and husbands, they have sisters, they are taking care of their families. We don't want them also to be victims of this virus. So we are appealing to the government to make sure that they are protected and supported. And lastly, this issue of food, moving food from one county to another, moving miraa from Eastern to Nairobi and to other places, this is very dangerous. Or moving say for example, oranges, sugar canes, and so on. This is going to cause a lot of problems on this virus. If we are to stop this virus, let us stop it in total entirety. And also we must address the area of informal transport sector that we have. Since Kenya doesn't have formal transport sector, the matatus and the riders, the border-borders in some places, they are still on their trying to load about 3 to 4 people behind the person who is riding the very motorcycle. You find 3 people on one motorcycle, and this is very dangerous with this current menace of a virus that we have, and the government should be serious. I wanted to talk to the Minister for Transport yesterday, but I sent him a text. If there is time he can regulate the transport industry, it is now. Matatus must be regulated not to overload, and also to make sure they don't get into CBD or Central Business District of Nairobi, so that we can decongest the city, we can decongest those people who are seeking transport services. And this will help us to address this issue of virus. This virus is serious, and it is really, and Kenyans have not known it is really. I have about 4 offices abroad, and I am in total communication with my colleagues, with my friends in overseas. We have lost some of them on this virus. I will never be able to see some of my colleagues overseas. So I'm appealing to Kenyans to make sure that they adhere to the Ministry of Health's directives and also to what President Uhuru is doing. I want to thank President Uhuru. He's a serious president. He loves this country, and he comes time to time to give us information as far as this disease is concerned. He's using even his own vernacular language to pass a message to his supporters in Central. And this should not be misconstrued as if our president has already abandoned Swahili, which is our national language. He's using all languages that he understands to communicate on the dangers of this virus. And he must be supported by peace-loving Kenyans, by Kenyans who are patriotic. And we want him to continue doing that. He has taken lead upon himself. I was listening to his long and well-articulate speech yesterday, which means well for this society. And it is our time to come together, because this virus, it is not only a virus, it is a war against the global world, the people on the, of the current global world. It has done a great damage in the world of work, and we must fight it. And to fight it, we must listen to our leaders, we must listen to our experts in medicines, and we must listen to those people who want us to be safe. If you have been told stay at home, try to stay at home. I know it is very difficult. Some of our people will not be able to access food. They will not be able to access anything, because particularly those who are in their self-employment, they are used to hand to mouth. But it is time for solidarity. We are appealing to well-wishers to make sure that they also distribute food. And the government also is preparing, I'm told, to distribute food to those people who are in those who live in informal settlements, and people who cannot be able to access food in urban centers. So we have appealed to government also to do so. We have written a letter to the office of the president to make sure that the funds Kenyans were asked to raise, they raise. We at the National Social Security Fund, we are in the process of consulting with trustees to make sure that we contribute a substantial amount of money which comes from workers, maybe to buy food, to government to buy food to some of the workers who would not be able to access food from their houses, and those brothers and sisters who live in informal settlement. And kwa wale ambao ni wanachama wetu ambao ndio wengi sana wamepata ushauri kutoka katika vyama vyao, kwa ajili vyama vyao vimekutana na waajiri na wakatengeneza mkataba wa kuwalinda hao wafanyikazi. Hali ikiwa ngumu, wengine wamekubali mshahara wao kuja chini, na kuna pahali pengine ambapo hakuna income kabisa. ila wale ambao wanafanya katika zile small and medium enterprises, hawa wakienda likizo hawawezi kupata kitu chochote. Wale wanaofanya kwa restaurant za watu binafsi, itakuwa ni gumu watu hawa kuwalipa kwa ajili restaurant zote zimefungwa. Na wale ambao wanafanya kwa mahoteli makubwa wameingia kwa mkataba na chama cha wafanyikazi wa mahoteli, na wamesikizana ya kwamba hakuna mtu atapoteza kazi yake. Na hivyo ndivyo ilivyo katika hata chama changu cha wafanyikazi wa mashamba makubwa makubwa. Tumefikiana na waajiri katika sekta ya maua kuwapatia watu leave kule inawezekana, wahakikishe ya kwamba hakuna movement ya Wakenya. Hiyo ndio dawa peke yake kwa hii ugonjwa ambao umetukumba katika nchi yetu. Nikirudia upande wa wafanyikazi, vyama vya wafanyikazi na waajiri mbalimbali wamefikia mikataba mbalimbali ya kwamba wale wafanyikazi ambao walikuwa hawana likizo wamepatiwa likizo ya mapema, na wale walikuwa na likizo wameenda kwa likizo ya kawaida, na wale wengine ambao kabisa zile company kama zile restaurants na nini ambazo hazileti kitu chochote wamepatiwa unpaid leave. Lakini hakuna mwajiri mpaka sasa ambaye amemfuta mfanyikazi kwa ajili ya hii virus. Na nataka kushukuru waziri wa afya na wengine wote ambao walisimama na wafanyikazi na serikali kwa ujumla kuhakikishia waajiri ya kwamba mambo ya ushuru itarudishwa chini, na pia wakaapili kwa landlords ya kwamba wakati huu mgumu wasitoe watu kwenye manyumba. Kwa hivyo tuna mikataba kadhaa kati ya vyama vya wafanyikazi na waajiri ambayo ni mikataba mizuri sana. Jambo lile nataka kuuliza serikali, haswa wizara ya internal security ambayo inaongozwa na Bwana Matiang'i, na pia Inspector General wetu Mtia Wambai na wengine kama Kibicho, wahakikisha ya kwamba agizo la rais limekuwa implemented. Kwa ajili kungine matatu wakifika kwa roadblock wanawachilia watu kucross na miguu. Saa hizi vile navyosema, Mandera wagonjwa ambao wamepimwa positive wamefika huko wawili, na hii ni hatari kwa wakazi wa Mandera. Na ndio kwa sababu tumeshukuru agizo la rais la kusema ya kwamba hakuna mtu anaingia Nairobi wala kutoka Nairobi, na hiyo ndio dawa peke yake ya hii ugonjwa.